Lightweight yet filling, sweet to taste but generous on the scale. What snack is this? For my granola lovers out there, you guessed it, this delectable snack that comes in a sweet and savory is a perfect topping for any kind of treat. And a woman who set out to make the world a better place, one crunchy medley at a time, is here. Noelle from Chateau la Granola. Thanks so much for coming here.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
And a love for community, bringing people together through food. How did granola make it your way to your family's menu?
Probably when my oldest kids were little, I would have friends over, and we lived up in Minnesota, and I know you are familiar with those cold winters,
Old
so
Northerner.
I would want to provide something good, and I started making granola, and over the years it just became kind of, the name was Noelle's Granola. They would be, I provided granola for banquets, for fundraisers, for school, teachers, all that kind of thing. My husband, kind of with our logo, the mountain, he would take it hiking, and he found that if he had it for breakfast and his hiking buddies, that they weren't hungry until, you know, the next meal. So it's got some staying power.
It does have some staying power, stick to your bones type things, and I like to have it on, you know, put it like a crumble on like a muffin or a parfait, and you've got some ideas for us today, and we're gonna make some on air because we're all about teaching people how to do it themselves. So what do we start with first, Noelle?
Well, let's start with the dry ingredients. Of course, the base. The base of good granola is whole grain oats, some kind of nut. I'm going to use sliced almonds today.
Fabulous.
My favorite, coconut.
Now, is this sweetened or unsweetened?
This is unsweetened coconut.
Good to know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Wonderful.
just a little toss that together. So this is like the dry element. The wet element, some kind of good fat that you want to not be afraid of. I love olive oil. I love coconut oil, canola oil. Sweetener with this one is just honey, because I think most of us want a little sweetness in our granola.
But it's a simple one. You know, you're not. Your body is very used to that. It recognizes it.
Right.
And this is, you know, one of the many flavors that you sell there at the TD Farmers Market. So what's kind of your flavor medley? All that you whip up from sweet to savory.
From sweet to savory. From sweetest to savory.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, the hazelnut cherry, I would probably say is.
Oh, yeah.
It's more like a good oatmeal cookie.
That's what I'm talking about.
So it's a little bit. It's a little bit on the more sweet side.
I gotcha. Yeah, right there. Perfect.
Right there. So we just mix. We mix the dry with the wet.
And some of the ones that I've seen at the market too, I've tasted even some chocolate and maple. So you really have a full run of the gamut of flavors there.
I do. Yeah. So we have the hazelnut cherry, the pecan maple. We have a cranberry orange pecan, which I use fresh orange zest for.
Fabulous.
Lemon blueberry has been very popular over the. I introduced that last summer.
Yeah.
And orange zest with that for the lemon zing.
And perfect for the summer. I'm sure it's exciting to kind of experiment with the summer fruits in your granola this time of year.
It is. It is really fun. And people, you know, I'm next to the peach vendor. I'm like, get some peaches.
Yeah, there you go.
Across the street, get some yogurt.
Tag team it.
I know, we do.
Delish. Now, is this kind of like a no-bake thing, or you do put this in the oven?
No, it's baked. It's baked for sure.
Makes sense. Oh, check that out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Mountain of granola right there.
Yes. And important with granola is stir. Stir, stir, stir while you're cooking it, while you're baking it.
Yeah. And always, you know, cleaning up as you go. What are you, a former chef? Look at this.
Yes,
fantastic. Well, I'm loving just the richness of not only flavor you can see, but the colors and things like that. So what do we do next?
So we would bake this, and then after it's baked, we would add some dried fruit.
Should we put it in our Access Carolina oven?
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Da 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 da. Ding! All done. Check this out.
Look at that. Perfect.
Wonderful. Got some berries in there, crispy, great to drizzle on. You have some inspiration for us too.
I do.
What do we got?
Yeah.
What do we got?
I'll make you a little treat this morning. So I have some. This is fun. I took some just plain whole milk yogurt. And I actually put it in a fine mesh strainer overnight over a bowl and get all the water out of it. So if you're not a Greek yogurt fan, but you love like a creamy yogurt, like look at this. It's
that is such a great hack. I love that.
It is a great hack. And you can sweeten it up with a little juice.
Oh yeah, squeeze that on in there. Nice.
You could add a little bit of the zest if you want.
That is such a great point, because I have tried Greek yogurt before and I've not been the biggest fan because it does have all of that liquid. I'm like, what am I eating?
I know, some people
right
just don't like it. And so this is, I think this is kind of old school before we had all these Greek yogurts. But anyway, parfait, why don't you help yourself what you like?
I would love to.
You just start with a little fruit in the bottom, and we're gonna just layer it.
Look at these thick on raspberries here.
Yes.
Beautiful. I'm sure you could probably get all of this at the farmer's market, right? Wow.
You will eventually.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
true.
And then
Yeah.
maybe just put a little layer of granola on there.
And how many years have you been at the market? I feel like it's been quite some time.
It's been, I think this is our 6th year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Return customers, new friends. What do you love about being down there?
We do. We have made friends. We love seeing people. They follow us in the winter on our website, keep reordering. And just, with Greenville having so many visitors from all over the country, we are shipping all over the country every week. That's gorgeous.
Oh my word.
Yes.
How cute.
Yes.
That's
So
great
just-
to know that you ship too. That's great.
We do ship.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the other thing is, don't limit yourself to just yogurt parfaits. I brought a couple examples, the Mexican, the chocolate. This is wonderful, like if you're just having a charcuterie board, you want to just fill up a little dish with one of those.
Yeah.
Having people for a glass of wine.
Little granola flights. How cute
could,
is
you
that?
could.
Well, it really is a superfood that's not only beautiful, it's delicious, but there's a lot of benefits to your body, right? These are a lot of great ingredients.
There are. So, first thing comes to mind, protein, right? The oats, the nuts, the seeds, anti-inflammatory with the honey, with the coconut, with the nuts, again. And it's not you're not really meant to eat that whole bag in one sitting. So people might say it's a high calorie food, and I think, well, just like what you had, that's about a serving, about a third of a cup.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
thank you so much, Noelle, and I
You're welcome.
love it too. It was born from a desire to feed your own, so you know it's good
Yes,
stuff.
I do.
Alrighty. Well, hey, when the snacking urge strikes, or if you're wanting to liven up your oatmeal or parfait, you can visit Noelle. She likes to hang out there at the TD Market, like she said, the last 6 years. You can try samples to try every Saturday morning from 8 to noon. We're gonna have First Alert meteorologist Catherine Noelle join us here. Does this
Hi.
not look absolutely like breakfast at Tiffany's-esque?
I am salivating. I mean, it looks so good, and it smells really good too. I mean, I am right in front of an orange, but I'm sure this smells, and it all just looks amazing too. I have to ask, what's in the Mexican granola?
So that is a funny name, I know, but it was something I had in Mexico several years, like at a resort, and I always was, what is that?
Yeah.
Could not figure it out. So what I finally discovered was this little grain in here is puffed amaranth, which is a superfood.
Yeah.
I mean, amaranth is just a power-packed grain. So anyway, it's just got pumpkin seeds, cashews, peanuts, almonds, all that kind of thing,
I
sweetened
think
with
like
honey.
spicier for some reason.
It's not.
I don't know.
In fact, the tagline is Mexican, not spicy.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear that all Saturday.
That is great to know. Well, that's a new ampherin. How do you say it?
Amaranth.
Amaranth.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh.
All right, perfect.